He didn't wear a cape. He didn't have a Batmobile, and no one ever called his name when they were in danger. But in a city that forgot how to care, he quietly became something the world hadn't seen in a long time: a real-life Batman. His name doesn't matter, because he never wanted you to know it, not because he was ashamed, but because he believed true heroes didn't ask for credit. They acted, and disappeared. By day, he was ordinary. A security guard, quiet, punctual, unnoticed. But by night, he walked the broken streets no one else dared to enter, not with fists, not with violence, but with purpose. He carried spare blankets in his backpack, left hot meals in alleyways, paid for motel rooms when the shelters were full, sat beside drug addicts and listened, not to preach, but to remind them they were still human. He wasn't rich. He wasn't trained. He wasn't perfect. He had scars of his own: a childhood marked by abuse, a teenage battle with homelessness, years spent invisible. But maybe that's why he cared so deeply, because he knew what it felt like to be forgotten. And he swore no one in his city would feel that way, not on his watch. Once someone asked him, "Why do you do this?" "No one even knows." He smiled. "I'm not doing it so they know me. I'm doing it so they know someone cares." He saved a teenage girl from taking her own life, not by force, but by sitting beside her in silence, sharing his story, and showing her that pain doesn't last forever. He helped a runaway boy return home after 3 years, not by dragging him back, but by building trust, one conversation at a time. He rescued a dog from an abusive owner, paid for its medical bills, and gave it to a lonely old man whose son never called anymore. And he never told anyone. No news cameras. No interviews. No recognition. He would vanish into the shadows again, just like the symbol he lived by: Batman. Not the billionaire in armor, but the idea that even in a world without superpowers, one broken soul could still choose to protect others. Years passed. The city changed. Fewer people slept on the streets. A food bank opened where he used to leave sandwiches. A local shelter expanded. People started noticing the difference. They didn't know who was behind it. They just knew someone had cared enough to fight. And when the man grew older and slower, he passed the backpack to a younger boy, someone he once helped, and whispered, "Now it's your turn. Be the quiet light in a dark world." He was never famous, but he was a legend. The kind this world desperately needs: not louder voices, but silent protectors; not superheroes, but human beings who refuse to stop caring. So if you're waiting for permission to make a difference, you don't need to be wealthy. You don't need to be strong. You don't even need to be known. You just need to begin. Because in every broken city, in every forgotten corner, someone like him once stood quietly and asked, "If not me, then who?" Let this be your sign. The world doesn't need another celebrity. It needs you, your kindness, your courage, your willingness to act when no one's watching. Because that's how real legends are born. That's how shadows become light. That's how we meet the real-life Batman.